Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more blueprints. Today, I have two missions of doing my best to solve the combinations of the safe in the office and the safe in the drafting room. Now, I've been thinking a little bit as I've been editing videos, and I have some thoughts about like solutions that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that in the office, maybe I should count the large statues of being like the tens place and the small statues of being the ones place, either overall or of just Count Isaac Gates. And then for the drafting studios, I might count the small gates, but use those as the day, and November is the month, since November is what the calendar is showing. But we'll see if that's correct. Also, hoping that we just, stumble across some cool stuff, which we might be able to do. Who's to say? Day A2. If I'm sounding kind of off, I've been having a little bit of a neck problem. Neck ache, if you will. And it's affecting how I'm sitting and such. Another thing I wanted to do is just experimentally, like, get the blessing of the monk again and draft the clock tower in the outer room and see if that does anything, if we can see anything from up there. And also, like, if we do that, we'd be able to check what is in the little box if we open it in the outer room. I'm not sure if it's going to be an allowance token. It might not be anything, but we'll see. Another thing I thought of was it would be interesting to bring the stone statue into the antechamber drafted in the outer room with the little monk carrying the note that says, what was it called? Or what was the poem? It was steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready for the throne. I know where the crown is, I know where the stone is. Scepter and throne, I don't know. And I do know that there's a throne somewhere, and it might be like the Alazara vision talking about that chair in the drafting room. It was kind of implying that that was the quote unquote throne. And it could be, but I'm not entirely sure. But even so, I don't know where the scepter would be. Sure. Also, I'm starting to think that the Blessing of the Rook does not have any secrets within it. Ooh, yes, please. I'll make that commonplace. Music room. I feel like music room has something to it as well. I'll make it commonplace. Chapel is I'll make chapel standard. Let's see if we can do some logic here. All boxes displaying the word empty are empty. All statements displaying the word true are true. All boxes displaying the word gems contain gems. All statements displaying the words contain the word word contains words. Interesting. All statements displaying the word boxes are false. All statements displaying the word statements are false. So if this is true, both of these are false. Because this one is saying statements, this one's saying boxes. If that's true, so if we're saying that this one's true, we're saying that this one is false, meaning that this isn't empty. This is false, meaning that it doesn't contain gems. If this is false itself, then it's saying that these two are true, right? So it's saying that this one contains gems. Are there any others that say gems? No. And this would be true. So this would be empty. Oh, but this is saying true, right? So this one can't be completely true. It could be half true. But I think it's more likely that this one is the true one, and therefore um, this one is not in fact empty. But I could be wrong. I was wrong. Nursery. I'm kind of waiting to go outside. I'm not sure if I should or not. I'll get the treasure trove later on. I'll go ahead and grab a new clue. Why not? You know what? Let's just grab some gems. I still don't know where to use that coat of arms. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. I'm really kind of taking a gamble here. Because this is the only path forwards. All right. And I still feel like there's got to be something with this room. Maybe one of these days, in the near future, I'll just wait for it to be in both of these positions and see if anything happens. Treasure trove is not ideal. Oh boy, okay, so this is 10 times 11 to the nearest 100th, so 100 divided by 20 would be 5. 16 times 2 would be 32, to the nearest 10th would be 30, divided by 10 would be 3, times 2 would be 6, to the nearest 10th would be 10. This is 4 squared, so 16, flipped, so 61, minus 40 would be 21, minus 20 would be 1. There we go. The silver key. Oh, what the heck? This is not a good run. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Drafting studio. I would need the magnifying glass. Yeah, I'll take it. The real question is this door appear locked? Because if so, The run is over. No, not locked. And it has keys, but that would also end the run. So, this is gonna be interesting. Well, let's redraw. Whew. Library it is. Foyer. I feel like that's our best bet. Archives. Interesting. I think I will go archives. Let's see if we have any unlocked doors over here. Security door, interesting. Oh, 2 security doors and an unlocked door. This was just a bad drafting strategy in general, I'll be honest. But the 3 dice will allow me to go back and try to get the Blessing of the Monk. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, not very close at all. I think it was 45 gold for Blessing of the Monk, but I could be wrong. Oh, don't even need to use any dice. No code check. Blessing of the Monk, duration 5 days. Oops. Do we have any rooms worth drafting there yet? We could do the drafting studio. That might be interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Also, the observatory might be interesting. Let's try this first, though. Call it a day. A very good setup day, if you will.